Fantastic.
Let's see what's going on here. Well, we're live, but we're not live on my end over on this side.
But it's not about like a 5-second delay. Just in case we have a wardrobe malfunction.
We can bleep out the naughty stuff.
Yep.
Oh, there it goes. I hear it now. It's a 5-second delay. 5 people are watching now.
All right.
Awesome.
Sweet. Come over here and say howdy to everybody. If you're watching, let us know who you are and where you're watching from. Give it a few more minutes here and we'll let everyone catch up.
All right.
Everyone doing okay tonight? Any crazies?
Nope.
Anything crazy going on?
Nope. Not here.
All right. Well, we got 10 people, so I guess we'll start this thing.
All right.
Gooder than anything. Brian from Arrowhead Garage, and this guy over here.
The other way? This way? Yeah, John.
Some way.
Vinyl Village Garage. Oh.
And Mike at Lake and Lodge Garage.
Yeah, down there.
First Generation Garage.
And James is with us tonight from somewhere in the bowels of Oklahoma.
Hey.
Right, James?
Yeah. Say hi to Glenn. So
he says, James here with what appears to be my new BFF, Glenn. Oh, James.
They're still going at it.
Multi-classic here. Tony from Virginia. Literally one of those nights.
This is all your fault, John.
From Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Mr.
Right. Yeah, that's my neck of the woods. Ish.
What's that about? What? 200 miles from you?
Look, yeah, probably just about that. Yeah.
About that?
Yep.
Is it snowing there yet?
Oh my God! It was 24 degrees when I woke up this morning. It was 80. It was 80 a day and a half ago.
Yeah, 39 over here.
Yeah.
82 here.
Oh.
But rain in the forecast for tomorrow through Tuesday.
Yeah.
Jim and Kelly are on.
All
Hey.
right.
Apparently, James says John started it.
He did. I agree, James. I agree.
Aye.
No, nothing. So.
That's called gaslighting.
I got learned it today. So
Aye.
I was just trying to make new friends. That was all. Trying to make new friends. So.
I saw the topic of that video and I just shook my head and giggled. I'm like, oh, this is going to be big.
It'll be epic.
It'll be epic, no doubt.
Yep. Yeah. Just trying to induce some creative thinking. That's all.
That's it. Outside the box.
Right. Just make you think a little bit.
That and the whole math thing.
There's math involved?
Oh, crap.
All right. So tonight we're talking about how much would you pay to have someone restore your classic car? Anybody want to comment on that and tell me how much you dropped to have someone else restore your car? I'd be curious to know.
Wow. Right. What's the market say, right? And then I guess you need to define restore also, because that could go sideways.
And what level restoration?
Right, because you do something like that where the car's flipped upside down, everything's all painted and pretty, or you just knock the roof off. So,
I mean, when I see a car on its side, I'm thinking 100, 200K.
Could be.
You know, honestly, just.
It adds up fast. It really does.
Yeah.
Real fast.
14.7.
I don't remember 14.7. What?
Oh, James.
I'm going to have to go back and read this.
Yeah.
Too much. So, John, what do you have going on now?
Well, I'm still messing with my dad's car. I've got the engine. YouTube shows this engine still in pieces, but in real life, it's actually together in about 80, well, maybe at 95% complete. I have to get the transmission put on. I'll be running this thing here pretty soon, running it. So
soon, right?
Soon, I hope. But I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to California Monday morning. I'll be gone for a week. So
why would you go to California?
Because I can.
What's there?
Yes, I can't say because the kids don't know where we're going exactly. You can say in California. Probably know that watching.
Yeah,
You're
but if
taking
they
them to that
learned,
clip
they could go
shop.
back and watch later.
Yes.
You got to be
Right.
careful.
Let me block their email addresses real quick.
Yep.
James says paint jobs on straight cars start at $15K.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's if they don't have to do a lot of stripping.
Right. No major body work or anything. That's just.
Yeah.
That's paint and labor.
Yeah.
Okay, and material like taping and masking and
Yep.
plastic and beer.
Yeah.
and-
Sometimes you can catch a guy that's willing to do it for around 10, but it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of work. It really is, and
Yes.
it's a lot of labor goes into it. And these guys make a lot of money on collision work, so it's really hard to find somebody interested in doing restoration work.
Yeah, because collision works turn and burn. There's no rust.
Yeah,
You just
that's
hang
it.
the new panels, seal them up, send it out the door.
So Richard
Doobie's
has
in
joined
the
us,
house.
and Wayne says, I'm building a 67 Bird, but don't laugh at me. I have a Chevy 350 in it, just so I build a Pontiac motor. Hey, I was saying,
I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, this side is okay with that. That side, I don't know.
Yeah, Louis is having a stroke right now, but I think you're good.
wow.
How about
Not a
this?
Pontiac
I
motor,
donate a
what?
Pontiac engine if you want one. So I have a couple. Hey, Louis got a couple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Louis
so-
will give them away.
So my buddy Paul just chimed in. You remember that the mystery machine I had here a few weeks back, months back?
Yep.
He paid $17K for that
Wow.
paint job. So that was you got
Just
to
for the
be
paint job.
dedicated. Yeah,
It would have been cheaper
Body
wasn't
and
those
paint.
meddling kids.
I know, and all that purple. Purple's expensive.
Yep.
Why is purple expensive?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Oh, great. You had me believing that, Mike. I was going
I'm
to go
trying to get Glenn fired up again. I don't know.
Ooh, wow. Man, have Butler build the engine. That'd be a fun one. So.
Yeah.
Wonder
Right.
what that would set you back. To have Butler do one for you.
20K, maybe more.
Yeah. Yes.
All
Maybe
depending
have
what you want.
Be our sponsor. Butler Performance, if you want to be a sponsor of the show, we'll put your logo up over here, over there. We'll talk about you. We'll pump your $20,000 Pontiac motors. If anyone's listening, anyone knows anybody out there, Butler,
Yep.
Just in case, right?
right. Wayne says 18K for a Butler motor.
I was close. I said 20.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that would be for a moderate build. That wouldn't be over the top, I wouldn't think, because if you do like a stroker and roller and all that stuff, yikes, it gets spendy. So.
James says 22K for a good 400 at Butler.
There you go.
So talking about restoration, you got your paint and body, and then you got your motor.
Yeah,
So that's just a different cost center for a restoration.
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
If you're doing a nut and bolt, yeah, that's
a whole nother
big
level.
chunk.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. With everything, the whole drivetrain, the body work, the electrical work, interior, everything that you just gotta put the key and go to a car show, let's say, right?
Yeah,
You're looking at 100K easy.
yeah.
yep.
Easy.
Probably a
Easy.
baseline at this point.
Yeah, easy. And that's if you're buying a car that has a lot of parts. If you buy a basket case, good luck.
Right.
Yep. I don't
Good
know.
luck.
Mike doesn't think about that. I don't know. anything
Yeah.
About that.
Hell, I didn't even get a good basket with it.
Yep. Yep.
If this engine was in pieces, I've collected parts from hodgepodge, just sorting it back out to build this engine. So yeah, and it's
Yep.
just a 350. So
Yeah. So I got a good Firebird story for you guys this week.
Uh-oh.
So Louis knows about this. I was whining to him about it earlier in the week. So I was, I take the Firebird out. I got home. Everything was fine. And looked out in the garage. And there was a puddle under it. I'm like,
Oops.
Great. Here we go. So I put it up on the lift. And it is clearly coming out of the rear of the transmission somewhere, right? So I'm thinking tranny seal, yoke seal, slip seal, whatever. So I'm looking and looking. Yoke seal's perfectly dry. The and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I start looking at how the fluid's being sprayed all over everything, and it's coming out of the back of the yoke, right in front of the U-joint, right here.
Yeah.
So that little plug. So I took it out, put it in my vise, put a rag under it, put it in the vise, poured some ATF in it. Rag is soaked with ATF the next day. Huh. It is just coming right out of there. So she gone.
Wow.
Yeah. This was a brand new drive shaft from Speedway Motors.
Uh-oh.
From Fast Shafts.
Mike, what kind of plug was in there?
It's kind of weird. It just looks like a frost plug, but there's something rubber on the other side. Like there's a squishy bit in there that I think that, the back of the tranny would hit before it pushed that plug out. But it literally is just leaking right around this steel plug. I'm like, this is awesome. Great. So I bought a fancy yoke and cost more than the drive shaft, but it ain't leaking.
Whoops.
She done.
Those fancy yokes.
I went to Speedway Motors and looked around to see if they had another yoke that would work, because I was going to call them up and say, hey, this one's leaking. Send me one of these. But they didn't even have one in the style I needed, so I ended up going to Summit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so live and learn. I knew there was a plug there. I knew the machining process was all the way through, but I didn't know, that I'd never had one leak before. I talked to my buddy Randy, and he says, yep, he's welded those up at the racetrack before when they was leaking really bad. So, yeah, but it was literally spraying ATF, which is what's in a T56, all over everything, the exhaust, everything. It was a nice mess. Oh, yeah. Yep. It ain't going to rust.
You got some good rust prevention.
So, yeah, that was my adventure for the week.
Whoops.
But it's not leaking now, so she's good to go.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
I built the pumpkin. I think I kind of kept track of my hours, plus or minus 10% accuracy, and I didn't include time shopping on the internet, trying to coordinate parts, calling on the wrong parts, etc. But you're approximately 800 to 900 hours of labor to do a complete overhaul. That's moving right along. But if you do the math at $100 an hour, that's $80,000 to $90,000 just in labor. So
yeah.
So I guess $100 an hour, is that the normal shop rate? I mean, some people would only charge 50, some do 60.
It's more money than that. More than 100.
I work at charges nearly $180 an hour now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Like a guy that works on classic cars and does this stuff even on the side, $100 an hour is a good rate now. It really is.
Yes, 100%. I agree. For good work.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, but at the same time, you're getting these like pro touring rigs out there that'll sell for $225,000 for Christ's sake. And I'm like, it's crazy what you can get into these things, but people are spending it. So I don't know.
Yeah. Except for my dad, he's not spending any money.
Yeah.
Yes, he's spending your money.
Dang it.
He's buying the rigs you can throw a cat through, right?
Yep. Dang it.
Ay. Oh, Al's joined us.
Well,
what's up, Al?
What is Al working on? That Camaro still?
Yeah, he's still working on the Camaro and the Firebird and the Firebird, the Trans Am also back and forth. That guy don't stop. I don't stop for nobody. He's like Iron Man, I told him.
Yeah.
Well, I got the garage cleaned out today.
Nice.
The weather report says rain all weekend, so I ain't painting. So,
what's the temperature?
82.
Yeah.
With 44% humidity. So I guess I'll wait till the following weekend to do that little number.
Put the shine on it. So
I ran the Firebird today for about 20 minutes while I was cleaning the garage, and I couldn't get the damn thing above 165.
There you go. Okay, good.
So I think
The
that new
problem
radiator
is-
is a much gooder than that first one I bought back in 2020, which was about this short of really being the full size.
yeah. That's the thing about that's a Camaro radiator, 21-inch core versus 23-inch core.
So size matters.
Precisely.
That's what they say.
I've heard that a time or two.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne says I'm gonna have over 100K into the car when he's done. And Wayne, you're building it yourself, right, Wayne?
This is the majority of it. So.
And then James says this time of year it's 82 degrees and 43% flying bugs in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Doing a backstroke on your hood.
Yeah, going, ha ha.
Right.
Hey, y'all, check this out.
Yeah. Yes,
What am I-
I'm building it myself.
And that's included buying the car for $30,000.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that the low volume, low pressure R500 spray gun that they sell on Amazon for $75 does not work well with the disposable cup system.
Oh,
really?
So I had to actually order one and it didn't work, sent it back, got another one. It leaked. It leaked. As soon as I took off the disposable cup and put on the original cup, no leak.
all right.
So
Louis likes some disposable cup thingies. So.
I love it.
I do too. I use those all the time. They're awesome.
I haven't tried it yet, so.
there's a
I
tip
love
for
just
anyone.
being able to mix it up and pitch it when I'm done.
Yep.
And I keep one mixed up with, not mixed up, one filled up with just thinner, so I can run it through the gun when I'm done. And it's nice only to have to clean the gun portion of it.
Right.
Saves a lot of
100%. I love it. Yep. I use it for primer, regular paint, no matter.
Yep. But the only thing you do have to do, and I don't know if you did this, Brian, but with the thicker stuff, you do have to cut the screen out of it. So
I don't think I used the screen at all when I did the Rust-Oleum stuff.
okay, you cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mixed it like Louis told me, and it came out pretty damn good.
Yep.
So, but at first it was just leaking everywhere. And as soon as I replaced it, went back to the original cup design, leak went away.
Wow.
So, Foster says my buddy has an OER 100KI.
Over 100,000. The V got skipped. That's Foster. So.
So Aaron K says, Brian, so did you decide on a new name for Firebird Friday then? First Gen Friday. Right now I'm going with, what is it, Friday Night Wrenchn. Or Friday Night Wrenchn, just because I don't want to be so Firebird focused. I want to be able to make sure that we all can have some fun and all can join in.
Including Camaro people. I get it.
Right. Especially those Calmero people. Yep.
The Chevy truck guys.
Yep.
Yeah, truck guys. Okay, so James says any pearl or flake, like Mike said, cut the screen out, dispose of it. Yep.
Yep. Ditch it.
Get rid of that. Louis, I may have to find out what spray guns y'all are using for the next time I do this.
For the Rust-Oleum stuff, I use the purple gun from Harbor
I
Freight.
thought about that, but I wanted to really use that R500. I was biting at the bit to try it out.
I was debating one of those Black Widow guns at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even those have come down now to the point where they're just about the same price as their blue gun.
Really?
Yeah, I've tried them all. Honestly, I use the HVLP and then the other one, the HPL or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I like them all. The Harbor Freight guns work good. The only problem I've ever had is I had one gun that would just sit there and sputter. It would not come out right. It would just sputter. And what I found was the actual cone that screws over the pin was not tight enough. And I had to really come onto it. And as soon as I did, it came right out of it. But I've loved those guns. I use the purple one, like Louis said, for anything thick and heavy, like the heavy primers. But the blue gun, honestly, I think works just as good as the Black Widow.
Look at that. Black
I
Widow
really
on
don't see
sale
much
last week
different.
for $100. Dang.
Yeah,
I'll keep an eye
I
on that.
saw that. Yeah. But, they're all those Spectre guns are pretty good. And now they actually sell a light for them that actually goes over the spray tip.
Yep.
I bought one of those. I haven't tried it yet, but
I sent that to Jonathan the other day.
Yep. That's like,
A
man,
picture.
those old blind people, it'll help out that tiger stripe, especially metallic. So
yeah, I've been using this guy here, this what they call gun buddy. It's just a little strap that goes over the cup.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, it's hard to keep it on the spot you're actually painting with it. When it's right around the spray tip, it makes it a lot easier to use.
And what gun is that for, Mike?
Any of the Spectre guns from Harbor Freight. It's the Black Widow or the blue and silver one or the purple one, any of them.
Yeah, I believe you have a light on each side, right, Mike?
Yep. It's got like dual headlights.
Yep.
You can turn them up or down or whatever, but I haven't tried it yet. It looks good. It looks fine. The reviews were good on it. So
And it has a phone charger. That's beautiful.
yeah, it's it's a USB.
Yep.
So
Oh, Bill O'Brien joins us.
hey,
Bill, thank you so much. Bill, I'm at work and my wife texts me and says, UPS just dropped off a big ass box. And I'm like,
and you're in trouble.
well, that's what I thought. I'm like, great. I didn't buy anything. And so I get home and it's a big old ass OER box. And so I'm like turning it to find out who sent it to me. And I see Bill's name. And I went, I know what this is. Cut it open. He sent me a dashboard.
no,
That's cool.
Since I don't have one. And so so today when I was cleaning out the garage, I'm like, get rid of the box, put up the dash, and I just set it in the car just to see how it looks.
nice.
So, and the funny thing was, I was looking at it. It's designed almost exactly like my Porsche dashboard, with the screws that come through and you bolt it in, and it's covered like with leather or vinyl.
Yep.
Very similar. I was like, wow, those Germans must have been talking Pontiac.
You lucky
Here's
the 67 is the easiest. That's bad.
Here's a pro tip.
It seems just simple. Just bloop.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's a
Nothing
pro
to it.
tip. Put it on first.
Before what?
Before anything else goes in that dash, put that on first.
The nuts to get to the nuts in the
son
back.
of a bitch to get to.
Yep.
Once
Noted.
everything else is in there, you're going to be a contortionist.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Aye.
James says, Louis, I'm getting a glare on my phone. Can you put your cat back on? James?
There you go.
Somebody's got James all wound up this evening. So.
Yeah, I wonder who.
All right, Foster. Have a good night. Foster's out of here.
Yeah.
Hunting early tomorrow. What are you hunting? Tell us before you
Wabbit.
go.
Wascally Wabbit.
The Wascally Wabbits. All right.
Well, here's the thing. So we'll probably see someone say 125 to do a whole vehicle. So you're telling me I need to tell my dad I need to charge him 125,000 to build this car.
Does it really matter if it's your inheritance anyway?
Yeah, exactly. So,
It's coming back eventually.
yeah.
That's right. That's right. And you got to discount all your dad's labor too, because I see he does good work. He's got skills.
Yeah, he do.
Yes.
He do.
Foster's hunting deer right on.
Nice.
Hopefully some whitetail. Send me some venison.
Yeah,
And I bought a used smoker from a friend at work. One of those
Nice.
Traeger. And so we smoked a whole salmon, and then we smoked our own beef jerky.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I'm in heaven now. I'm just,
I'll hook you up with some good recipes, bro.
send me some
I bet
recipes.
good stuff.
I'm ready to start smoking my neighbors out.
I use mine almost every weekend. I really do. It's
Not that it has anything to do with cars, but
no
Yeah.
barbecue. Come on.
yeah, that's
Hey,
like cars.
food. It's just like you say food. I'm like, what? What's up? Huh?
Food?
Food? Huh?
Yeah. All right.
Dan says, "Hey, let's talk about epoxy over under Bondo."
Both. Is the bottom line. Both.
No boy, this is like asking somebody 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, dump an engine back. Boy.
So when I use epoxy, I first seal the metal with it before I do any Bondo work. I don't like putting Bondo directly on metal.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I'm done doing all my Bondo and filler work, I'll put another seal coat of epoxy over it, just to get it so it doesn't suck everything into it. That's just the way I do it. Like John says, everybody has a different way of doing it, but
everyone has their own recipe. Now, the school of thought a long time ago when plastic filler first came out was you key the hell out of the metal surface like 40 grit, really pretty harsh, and you put your body filler on. Now, what I understood, what I read, and I thought I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, or someone can tell me no, body filler composition has changed. It was designed to go over bare metal then. It really isn't anymore. That like zinc and some other crap have been removed from the body filler. So not really ideal to put on bare metal like it used to be. Really, what is the best, at least I understood, put your epoxy down first once the metal is properly prepped. And if you're still within that 24, 40 hour, depending on your epoxy, go directly to the body filler, or you just have to scuff it to put your filler on top of it. So,
if you need to go direct to metal, there are a couple products that are okay for that, including like the short-haired fiberglass filler.
Yeah,
and that stuff is okay for direct to metal. But like John said, the balance now isn't what it used to be.
Nope.
The chemistry has changed.
Yeah, chemistry has changed wildly in the last 20 years. It's crazy. But I like to get my work down to bare metal. I get all the EDP off it on the outside anyway. Inside, I don't get too crazy about it. But then I'll take and I'll seal it with epoxy first thing, then start my body work. And if I burn through anywhere, that's fine. Just hit it with epoxy again when you're done with the body work. Before
you bring up a very important thing there. I had a friend of mine reach out doing body work, burning through the primer. Sends me a picture of something. Says, "Can I put this on here?" I said, "Nope, sure can't." He's talking about like the rattle can version of self-etched primer, which isn't really a super strong primer, but it's still like all self-etching. But self-etching primer and epoxy do not mix. Do not use those together. They do not interchange. If you're gonna go self-etch, stick with self-etch all the way to the end. If you do an epoxy, stick with epoxy. They do not react well together. So,
that's a good tip.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
And the other thing that doesn't do well with epoxy is OSFO. So if you do a lot of work with OSFO, you got to really make sure that to convert the rust over to black oxide. You got to make sure you get that off before you put epoxy on it. It doesn't like it. Some epoxies are better than others, but I've heard some horror stories about panels that have been dipped in OSFO to get the rust off, and then they didn't get all the OSFO residue off. Bad news.
We're opening some cans of worms here. This is going to be a topic I was going to go debate between having a car stripped, chemically stripped, like dipping it, or media blasting. Right?
Yeah.
I'm
interested.
Pros and cons. So, but I guess you could tip that scale either way on this one. So.
What's the cost difference?
Well,
it depends on how close you are to a good dipper. They're few and far between these days.
Yeah,
just because of the environmental concerns. They're around, but so I have that 55 Chevy pickup cab, and I was going through this debate 2 days ago, and like John said, you can dip it, get everything off there. It comes out pretty good. It's a little more money than probably media blasting. But the problem that everybody says is that shit gets into panels and in between seams, and you can never get it out. So you end up, it'll sometimes bleed through the paint where a seam was loose or whatever. So there's risk to it. You don't have that when you do like a media blast. Now, they've also got a dry ice media blast now that works really nice because it doesn't heat your panels up.
Right.
I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm still researching it. I
Yeah.
don't know which way I'm going to go on it yet.
Yeah, but even if you have it chemically dipped, you can't directly go to paint. You still have to.
Oh, yeah.
You have to sand it all. You have to. Every surface needs to be cleaned or sanded. It's not ready for paint. It won't stick.
Well, first it needs to be sealed. You
Uh-huh.
got to seal it so it doesn't rust immediately.
Yeah.
Then you got to sand it all back down, and it's a process. It is still a lot of work, but I think what I'm learning is you're better off with a good blaster if you got a guy that can come and set up in your yard or driveway.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I wouldn't want to do it with the little blaster I have. It's just I'd be there for a month.
You'd be there forever. And that's the downside. If you have an inexperienced blaster and just destroys your sheet metal.
Yeah.
That's one of the pros of dipping it. You don't have that pressure. Basically, a million little hammers beating on your sheet metal. It's not necessarily warping from heat. It's a combination of a little bit of warmth and just
stress relieving.
Right. You're just beating the crap out of it. So.
Yeah, because you're generally only stress relieving one side of a piece of sheet metal, so it's going to head for the buckwheat when you do that. But if you get a guy who knows what he's doing, it's low risk. It's also low risk if you don't have big flat panels.
Right.
If your panels got good curvature to them,
body lines, whatever. Yep, something for structure. Yeah. So you get a guy who's been doing it for 40 years. They typically have a good feel how to do that. So.
Yeah.
But he quit on me. Damn it.
He quit.
Well, the guy I used to use for media blasting for years retired last year. So.
And he wouldn't just do it for you, just buddy to buddy, just bring the car over.
He quit for a reason. It's not a nice job.
Yes.
Yep.
I got a guy that came up and I did a video on it. He blasted the I guess you'd call it the core frame to the Firebird, both rocker panels and the windshield frame and some of the inner supports in the back.
Yep.
And he did a beautiful job. I mean, it came out awesome. And I rolled it back in here, scuffed it, hit it with epoxy, and took off on my body challenges, right? But he did a beautiful job. But again, there were no panels on that job. It was all just structure.
Inner structure.
So
right.
It was very easy to it was a very forgiving job to blast.
Yeah.
So I'm still researching that a little bit. If I had a good stripper right around here that I knew would work well, I'd consider it just because it's so much easier. But I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. So my seats, I know I want new covers, even though there's nothing wrong with these covers. I prefer just to replace them. I know they're not the originals. And what about padding? What about spring sets?
For the back seat?
No, for the front seats. Back seat, I don't care less.
You don't plan on using the back seat, Brian?
No. No, there's a story there that I'll share offline, but my brother's side. Yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah, so OER has spring sets, and they have padding sets and stuff that you can buy to repad them. Classic Industries. I use the padding set for my rear seat, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And the covers are nice. They look factory when you're done. So
okay,
couldn't really complain. I have heard some stuff about cheap covers and cheap that they tear when you pull them tight and they just don't last. But research that a little bit. And
I've not messed with the replacement foam for the front seats, but I have been told that you may have to add just a little more foam because they're not quite as robust or as tall. You'll notice the seats don't feel quite, or it loses some of its shape and some of its contour. So you may have to add some foam. So.
Gotcha.
On the rear seat,
I'm just saying what I was told. So
on the rear seat, I found I had a little too much foam. It was very easy to put too much in it. And it just kind of made it a little puffy, but nobody sits back there anyway. So if you were a double amputee, you might be able to sit back there, but that's about it.
Right. That's when why am I going to waste my time in the back seat? There's nothing wrong with them.
Oh boy.
James says he just had classic covers on padding installed and labor for $600.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's $300 a chair.
So when I did my rear seat, there's a guy here in town that does vehicle upholstery, And I'm like, you know what? I got a lot going on. I'm just going to hey, I've got the pad. I've got the seat cover. I've got everything. I got a brand new frame. How much to put it all together? And you guys remember this. The guy came back $2,800, $2,850 to do a rear seat. I'm like, and I had all the materials. I'm like, you're out your mind. And I did it in like 3 hours. It was not hard.
Wow.
That's like $800 an hour.
Yeah.
So.
I know, right? So
Wow.
I guess it's our area, right? There isn't a lot of people doing that work up here, apparently.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like there'll be too many more doing it here long. So.
Wayne Tremblay, yes, I have used the Eastwood epoxy. It works great. I didn't really have any issue with it. I like the Summit one better, just because it was a little cheaper and easier to get.
Yeah, I love that.
Summit is you go over $100 and the shipping's free. So
Yeah.
Try to buy a gallon of epoxy for under $100, right?
Yeah, good luck with that.
So I kind of standardize on the epoxies and those chemistries from Summit, and it just.
Yeah.
I think it was John. You told me that was Sherwin-Williams. Ultimately, is the one that
they won't
produces
release
all the
that. If you read
chemistry.
their fine print, Summit Racing won't say who their supplier is, and so we can't because of whatever reasons. But I was told it was Sherwin-Williams. So.
Yeah, it's good quality stuff. Brian's used it.
I just used it. It's great. Yep.
Oh, did you? You did too? Good.
Yeah, for the Lady Bird, I used it.
See, damn it, Summit should be sponsoring our show, Brian.
That's it. I'm going after Summit.
That Summit box shows up here at least once or twice a week.
See? I gotta get on my marketing once we get back to a weekly schedule.
Yeah.
I'm going to do 1,000 people every Friday. 1,000 people a Friday would be awesome.
So Bowtie Classic says, Legendary Interiors makes the nicest covers I've seen. I got mine from TMI Interiors. Because they did the door panels and all that stuff, and it was a whole set. But you paid for it. But they were very, very nice.
I used the Legendary on my Trans Am. Can't see it. I'll tell you, it's one of the best kits I think I ever bought for color, fitment, everything. All the colors matched, and the door panels and the seats, everything matched. I bought a different brand for the Mockingbird, and it came in 4 different color blues. Didn't fit for crap. The door panels, I had to reconfigure them. They were horrible. I'm trying to remember the name just so I can tell people do not use them. But it was from Classic, and I bought it all at one time hoping it was all the same color blue, and it wasn't nearly as much as Legendary, and I regret it immensely. But it was something like distinctive industries. Do not use that stuff. Even if it was black. You can't really strip matching that. The door cards fit like crap. So would not use them.
So James has a good question. Does everyone use a mid coat for pearl on flake or spray it on with a top coat clear? I've never done a mid coat pearl. I've never done a pearl. I did a metallic and then candied over the top of that, then clear. So it's, I don't know. I would literally just stick with whatever the TDS sheet says with the product.
Yeah. No, I've not done too many paint jobs besides solid colors or metallics. So.
It can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Snowbird getting pearl and
flake.
flake. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Snowbird. Well, I'll have Glenn come over.
I know, right, Aaron? Yeah. There you go. Wind him up again, John. Jeez.
Yep.
Keep turning the crank.
Oh, my. I want to get Glenn and James like on the live and just see how it happens. Pay-per-view.
Watch them fold.
Pay-per-view. Put the keyboards down and just talk. Oh. That might be maybe
the funny part, James, is John just told us you can't actually do that. He just wanted to find somebody that claimed he was right. Stir the pot.
Yep. Gotta keep it going here. Yeah.
Oh. Who has the best parchment that matches? Now, this is a good one. Who has the best parchment that matches front to back on door panels?
Ooh, especially you're talking about deluxe versus standard. That's the pumpkin has pearl parchment interior. The rear panels match the seats really good, but I was told the deluxe door panels don't even come close. So I ended up buying some of the same material, which I believe was PUI brand. Yes, I bought some of their vinyl, just flat sheet of it, and I stretched the crap out of that and rewrapped the original deluxe door panels so the way the color matched.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So it was. It didn't even come close. So to answer that question, I'm still on the fence. I don't know. He says standard interior. I don't know. I would say if I was going to try one, I would probably go with Legendary and see what they got. They would send you samples, but as long as they say it's all the same vinyl, you'd be okay. So just don't do distinctive. 4 different colors blue.
Boy.
Well, great.
Right,
I think Distinctive just emailed me. They want to sponsor us.
Now they're great.
Oh my!
Sponsor you, not me.
We'll have to put a little thing over your eyeballs, when you talk.
Yes.
Ay.
All right, so we got as far as $100 an hour isn't out of the ballpark. Let's see, $125,000 isn't really out of the question to build a car. So
No, it's not.
Louis,
unfortunately, that's the world we live in now.
Huh?
So how much did you pay to build a car?
How much will I pay?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's why I learned everything.
Yeah. Talking to a coworker at work today, he has a 69 Olds Cutlass 442 convertible. Neat car. And we were talking about paint jobs, and he's trying to find someone to repaint his car. And we discussed, $15,000 is maybe a reasonable price, but he's been quoted quite a bit more, a substantial amount more just for a paint job. And I was like, if I was going to have someone, we're talking about someone doing work for you instead of us doing it ourselves. We do it ourselves because we've had enough of the, we just don't have the money, one, or two, I don't trust people to do the job well. So I advised them, I said, don't get pictures of their work. Have them show you the cars they have painted and really go over the fine-tooth comb and say, hey, is my car going to be this good or better? And lay out some expectations prior to, instead of waiting until you get it back and then trying to nitpick it. And so that's what you paid for. So really, I guess what I'm saying is if you're going to take it somewhere, pay someone $125,000, you better understand what you're getting for your money. You're not just knocking the rough off, loading full of Bondo, sort of standing straight and putting the cheapest paint you can on the car. That means you're overhauling everything and truly doing the work for $125K. So
so you got to think about this too a little bit. Mm-hmm. 10 to 15K for a paint job, you're tying up that shop for a long time. If you get a paint guy that says he'll, bring it in primed and he'll go, you don't want that guy.
Yep.
You want the guy that says, no, I'm going to do it from the sheet metal up. That's the guy you want, because he's the one that knows all the chemistries all the way through and all of that. But when you start thinking about, like I got a 57 Chevy in the yard right now, belongs to a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. It's going in for body and paint, but that's months long endeavor. Think about how long it took us to do it. Right. When it took me, I was in body and paint for 2-3 months. I wasn't doing it every day, but I was doing it a lot. So, when you think about it that way, and you're tying up a bay in a shop for, let's say in a shop, you're tied up for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah,
that's a healthy price tag. And that's time they're not doing collision work, which is where their real money is.
Right.
So you have to understand why they charge that. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question or a scenario. Is it better to say, I want a 1969 Pontiac Trans Am and go buy it already done? Or do you find the car and then find a restorer to restore it?
Thanks.
Anyone? Bueller?
Yeah.
Bueller?
Well, let's see. I did that for a guy, right? He wanted a '69 Trans Am convertible. I sold him a '69 Firebird, and at that point, I had no intentions on building that car. I sold it because I was done with it. So, but then of course, it turned into a car that I ended up building and overhauling because that's what he really wanted. So, because he looked for a car, I guess you're saying, Brian. The question was, buy a car that's not necessarily done, but buy a car that has someone build it. That's what you're saying?
Right. Well, like I can go to Barrett Jackson, and
Uh-huh.
supposedly whatever comes across the auction block is supposed to be tits or prime or whatever, like ready to rock and roll, versus saying I want a '69 Trans Am and then going and finding one that's in whatever condition that is,
Right.
and then send it off to a guy to have him make it perfect.
Yeah.
Like, how many people will go, I want a '69, but I want to buy it and I want it now, versus finding the car and then finding someone who's going to spend 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 months to restore it. I mean, I know myself, I think differently. I would want to do it all myself, but that person has no skill, but maybe has the funding.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to Barrett Jackson, look at those stupid prices.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Bowtie Classics just had a really good point here. He says the sad part is all of this, most people have been priced out of this hobby.
Yeah.
Unless you know how to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So you end up with two camps, right? You have the guys like us that'll buy a car for $3,000 and start from there. And yeah, we're going to spend some money on it, some more than others, but it's all what you want to spend. Then you have the other guy that buys that car that doesn't have that skill set. He's in for a haul, but he has to have the money. There really is no in between anymore.
No, it's listed that way.
Yeah, if you're paying somebody, there's no way to do it on the cheap. The only way to do it on the cheap is to do it yourself. And if you don't have the time and skill set to do that, you're kind of hosed.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I bring it up is I have a buddy in the neighborhood who has a '77 Chevy pickup, and he just dropped $100K plus to have some shop here in town. He already had the truck, but to paint and put a new motor in it and blah, blah, blah. And he went and picked it up and he's like, well, that's wrong. This is wrong. That's wrong. So the truck went back to the dude for 2 more months. Then he gets it back and this is wrong. And that's not right now. And he's like, I've had the car for 2 years, the truck for 2 years, and he's yet to really drive it because he's constantly finding issues and taking it back to the guy who restored it. And I'm just, I just, in my head, I go, dude, Charlie, come on. Like, dive into yourself. But his thinking is, I spent $100K.
You should be right.
It should be right.
Depends on how it was sold. If there's that warranty like last time. Is there a warranty on this crap?
Yeah.
So.
It's still a classic car. Plan on working on it.
That's what I told him. Buy some tools at Harbor Freight, dude, and jump on YouTube and start watching.
Because you can buy everything new and shit like this is still going to happen.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Well, Wayne asked a question for me. I own 3 Firebirds and a GTO. That's it. He didn't want to ask how many Firebirds. I don't know what to tell people too many of that, but I have too many toys. Just don't tell anybody else. So
how many does Louis have?
Yeah, Louis.
That's exactly why I had to learn everything. I have six in my collection.
Dang, Louis. And it's like Richard asked, yes, the engine's in here, but I haven't started it yet. I'm close, but I haven't started it yet. Because you watch YouTube, that engine's still over here on the ground, tipped back about 45 degrees, see if it's going to leak oil or not. So that's where YouTube is at. So.
How's that working out?
Hey, it didn't leak a drop, so it must be okay. So
Aaron K is talking about doing his himself, and yes. But at the end of the day, it's more gratifying in the end because you know everything about that car.
You know
that thing inside and out.
Yep.
If you're willing to learn, think of all the hours of content the 4 of us have put out there for people. So some of you guys over and over and over again. It's good content, and that's how I learned it. Between you 3 guys and Juby Mays.
Yeah,
that's how I learned to do these bodies, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it's therapeutic. When I get
absolutely.
out to the garage, I turn some music on and just I'm in
Yeah.
my own little world.
Me too, yeah.
For me, it's a little different. It's like I can do this and I have to count on nobody. You know, I work with a team of engineers every day at my job, and you know, you're always waiting for somebody, counting on somebody to do what they're supposed to do, and da da da. Not here. Here, this is just me, and I don't have to wait on anybody. It's what I can do as I can do it.
Yeah, I call it my big sandbox. I'm having fun. You know, that's it.
Yep. Okay, Jim.
I see it.
All right, John, you start. The Trans Mar-a-Lago. How much would you have to sell that for you to feel good about it?
I don't know. Actually, I've been asked that question, and I don't know. I mean, it's only worth something to me, in my opinion. You know, it's just a '69 Firebird convertible. That's what the black and white of it is. Now, is it custom? Sure. Does it have some modifications? Yep. Does it have any issues at this point besides the stupid air dam I keep ripping off the front of it? Every time I put it back on, it comes back off.
I never put mine on for that reason.
I broke it going to the wall of wheels, driving up there, and a groundhog just runs right in front of the car. I stand on the brakes, doesn't matter. I tagged it, okay? Broke the stupid thing. Whatever. So it's been broke for a while. So when I built the Mockingbird, I ordered 2. I was like, hey, I'll get 2 of them. One for his car, one for mine. And I finally got around to putting it on. And the way back to the Trans Am Nationals, a semi-truck, big old chunk, we call them road gators, tire, flips up in this middle of the interstate. Standing on the brakes, and it just tags that air dam and rips it right off the corner again. So I just can't seem to keep an air dam on this car. So, but I don't know what I sell it for. I don't know. I think I had a dream or a nightmare about this. I think it was like, I think someone offered me like $180,000 or $190,000. I told them no. And that was kind of a dream world. But I think I still feel the same way right now because it's just kind of like a special car to me. Because I'm gonna share things here. I'm gonna sit down for this. Ready? That's the first car I ever actually built. You guys think I've been building hundreds of them? This is the first car I've ever built bumper to bumper, nut and bolt. I've done many partial restorations. So I've done like fenders, quarter panels, paint matching, engines, interiors, but this is the first nut and bolt car I've ever built my entire life. So it has a little bit of sentimental value. So
100%. Yeah.
I don't think I can let it go. So.
And I can't sell mine because it's my brother's.
So, yes.
You're kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
Now knowing what I have into mine in the it's a pro touring, it's a little different setup, right? It's all, and pretty much everything's brand new. I mean, you're talking, for me to break even, I'd be well over $100K.
Yep.
So, and probably there's a good F-body channel out there called Skid Marks. And that guy did a pro touring 67 Camaro and had it appraised very, very similar to what I did, but he came in at like $225K.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy shit. Now I don't think mine's worth that, but you'd have to be 125, 150K to feel good about selling it.
Right.
So I probably never sell it.
Right. And the market doesn't support that. It doesn't.
Well, you say that, but I don't know. I've seen some crazy prices on things. People buy it, they see it. They like, it's like we were just saying, you got the haves and the have-nots, right? You got the guys that have to buy their rigs and the guys that can build them.
Yeah, build not bought, right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of play money out there. A lot of people will spend crazy money on cars. They just do.
Some people will. You just got to catch it just right in the right place, right time. But if you're saying going to the auction, I don't.
Yeah. No, you got to find the right guy.
That right buyer, and then they would probably pay. So.
Yep.
I guess that's when I go to Barrett Jackson, because it's here in Phoenix. I stand back and I just watch these like 2 or 3 guys constantly up the price. Mm-hmm. I get to a point where I'm like, that's not even what it's worth. I mean, you could buy 2 of those, but because you have 2 idiots who they want that specific car, they're going to outbid the other dude. And I just
well, you realize what that is, right? it's guys. That's what we are. We're men. It's a no bravado thing, you know.
It's a competition, man.
Right? You can't take that. It's not worth it. But you're not going to beat me. So
Yeah. My story with the cars is my 67 is actually the first Firebird for me, and I bought it when I was 22 years old. I'll be 44 next Saturday. And I definitely won't sell that one. I told that to John many times. I will never sell my 67. I got offer from a neighbor, a couple here, 50 grand for my white car. After I finished painting it, they told me, "Can you invite us over when you finish painting?" I said, "Of course." So I did. I had it parked outside, and they waved, and I said, "Come, it's basically painted already. I just got to put the glass interior back in." So they both came, husband and wife, and they offered me 50 G's, and I told them absolutely not. They even told me, "If I insult you, I'm sorry." But I said, "No, it's just that it's my car, and I put a lot of work to it, and it's part of me."
The bird cage is like the Roach Motel. The birds check in, but they don't check out.
Right. Wayne says, John, that's why I started doing this, because I started watching you on YouTube, and I thought it was great that you were doing this. All you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's happy birthday, Mr. Louie.
It can be done, So.
Yep.
And it's your anniversary tomorrow, right, Louie? Wedding anniversary.
Yep.
Birthday next weekend?
Yes.
Busy month.
I told you I was busy.
And how long have you and the wifey been married?
11 years.
And what, 7 kids? 6 kids?
No, 3 kids.
Oh, 6 Firebirds.
6 Firebirds. Yeah, 6 Firebirds.
6 Firebirds.
Everybody has a Firebird, actually.
Everybody has 2.
3 more kids? What?
Oh, brother. I hear you.
Come here, Max. Come here. So I have some sad news.
Uh-oh.
We are down to 1 puppy.
Oh, no.
We had to put our Sierra dog down a couple weeks ago. She started having seizures, like 4 or 5 of them a day. And the vet was like, you can put her on medication, but it's not going to change anything. It's just going to prolong the inevitable. So
very sorry to hear that.
We lost the shop dog. So I'm training this one to be a shop dog, but she's a schnauzer. So anything that moves in the garage,
oh,
I'm like, it's a piece of paper that's blowing because there's a fan on because we live in a no, it's not gonna work. I can't do videos with.
I can't bring my dog in the garage because he's white, and that just does not mix. that was an oversight when I bought that dog. I'm like, that's a cool looking dog. Yeah, he is a nightmare when it comes to dirt and mud and anything.
I used to do the white t-shirt challenge in the garage, trying to not get dirty working on a car.
Yeah,
we should do that. That should be a challenge for us.
Yeah.
My challenge lately is to keep from burning myself with TIG rods. I got burns on my legs, there's holes in my pants, my shirts, and I'm like, damn it, stop that.
I learned that you should never sit cross-legged while wearing shorts while MIG welding either. Just saying, Indian style on the floor. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say that anymore. Sitting on the floor. And,
are you speaking from previous experience?
Yeah, and only your reaction is kind of hit it, right? You don't want to do that. It's going to make it worse. You just got to ride it out. So
stop a ball.
Let it finish.
It's like,
have you guys done much TIG welding?
0. I'd like to try it, but I've never messed with it yet. So.
Me though.
I did this whole chassis with TIG weld, and I decided this is a great time to learn. But no, it's actually going really, really well. I've did some training things, and I built this, which is kind of cool. It's not finished yet, but it's supposed to be a deer.
No.
It's a TIG welding exercise thing, but it's really interesting because now when I MIG weld, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to be done with this because there's shit flying everywhere and there's sparks and smoke. And TIG welding's very quiet, orderly, neat, clean. It's just totally different game. And I'm getting better at it. But I got to say, if anything, I would TIG weld over MIG any day of the week now.
Yeah, a
And
lot
that
less
was after
splatter,
this
that's for
project.
sure. So.
Yeah, you don't have to spray splatter control all over everything, but it's been a learning experience. But once you get going with it, it's pretty fun.
Hey, that's what I should do next time I do a video. If someone want to send me a nice AC or DC TIG welder, let me know.
There you go.
I'd love to demo that. So.
Well, you need both. It's got to be switchable.
Right. I need both because most of them are just DC. You get the cheap ones, but
DC is steel, and then your AC for aluminum.
Yep.
And but I've done a lot with it, and it's really, and it's the difference. The main difference is, somebody asked me the other day on my channel, what is the main difference between TIG and MIG? Well, MIG, you're heating the wire and then driving that current through the wire into the metal, trying to heat the metal enough to build a pool to get it to bite.
Yeah, to fuse it together.
With TIG, you're actually heating the metal first, making a pool of molten metal, and then adding filler rod to build it up. So it's a lot less disruptive process, but that's why it's more malleable too, because when you're heating through a wire, it happens so fast and so quick, it makes it brittle. In the end, it's brittle. And it's not like that with the TIG. It's interesting. I'd be really interested if you guys would try it and come back with what you think, because it's been a learning experience. I've never really spent a lot of time doing it. It's been fun.
On the wish list, let's put that. My art captain doesn't have, but some of them do have that.
Yep.
And no, it does have TIG, but it's DC lift arc. They don't have the AC version. So I guess technically I could buy the torch tip and do DC welding with it. So.
Yeah, you can do steel and stainless. The only thing you really need the AC for is aluminum.
Yeah, I may have to, because the thing, it didn't come with the TIG torch, but you can buy it. So, now do you have to use when TIG welding pure argon then with steel then, or is it still mixed?
Yep, you still got to use pure argon.
Okay.
And that's part of the game too. Is you gotta. I'm a TIG weld. I'm an old MIG welder from way back, right? And you MIG weld and you pull the gun out when you look at it, right? With TIG, you got to remember to leave the stinger right on there until it's done doing the gas output after the weld, the post gas.
Okay.
Little things like that. Once you get used to it, it's pretty cool. But it's so much cleaner and nicer in the garage when you're doing that. There's a few places on this chassis where I can't reach it with a TIG. I'm just not good enough to get in that deep. So I'll grab the stinger on the MIG and I'll, run a bead inside where you can't see it or whatever, just because I can't reach it. And after running it for like a few minutes, you're like, wow, that sucked.
Well, I might have to investigate that.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Between the gas, when you do either or welding, right, on the TIG or the MIG, and also between the rods and the wire of MIG, which one would be more expensive?
Well, I will say this: you use a lot more gas with TIG. I got the big bottle on my rig, and I've had it here for a week and a half, and it's going to be gone tomorrow.
Okay.
So, the overall cost, I think it's about the same. I feel like MIG's a little cheaper, but MIG wire is just the same wire as you use for filler rod on TIG. As a matter of fact, if they say if you need smaller than 1/16, spool off some of your MIG wire and use that. Not yours, Louis, because that has flux in it, but the rest of us. But
that's why I asked the money thing.
Yeah, no, it is. I don't think it's a lot more expensive, but only because I'm using more gas, and that big bottle cost me about $130 to fill.
Oh, wow.
So, and like I said, I ran through that in 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I told John a big bottle here is like $200.
But that is a ton of welding too. I mean, that is just hours and hours and hours of welding. So,
Okay, I guess we're all gonna try some TIG soon, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It's
If
a
you can
new
get us
it's a
3
new
TIG welders, John, let me
skill.
know.
Do it.
If you can get somebody to give us 3 TIG welders.
I got 2. Because I think my Yes welder I got the other day actually has a TIG option also.
That's it?
Yeah.
I got an email for someone wanting to send me a sewing machine to review on the channel. I read it. I went to the web page, and I'm like, it's like an embroidery.
Oh,
machine.
for upholstery and stuff?
Yeah,
Or?
and I was like, no. I didn't reply back to it.
Ryan, you don't know. Don't knock it till you try it. So.
Yeah.
Custom arrowheads on the upholstery? Sure. But I was like, really? A sewing machine? Did you take a moment and even look at my channel? Or did you just... Yeah. Oh, well.
You guys, I'm going to throw this out here because I know it's about an hour. But the other day I was walking, I think it was at Walmart's, and I really enjoyed this people watching. It's one of my joys in my life.
There's a whole website about the people of Walmart.
Yeah, and I understand why. It's very successful. It's real. It's not fake. This is real stuff. And I saw this guy walking around, and I was like, "What the hell? He's got a Pontiac shirt on." And I guess I'm going to show my ignorance here a little bit, but then I realized it was a Space Force T-shirt.
Oh,
The United States Space Force stole the Pontiac emblem for their own. It even has the little plus sign in the Pontiac emblem.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Not cool.
you should have ripped it off.
No, not cool.
Yeah, where's copyright infringement on that one, right? So.
And Star Trek stole it before that, but they just flipped it upside down.
Upside down, so it didn't matter. That's what happens when Louis gets so too carried away driving that 455, flips the car upside down. And now he's a Star Trek member, so arrowhead's upside down. So.
Glenn works as the door guy at Walmart.
Oh, dang it.
The Walmart greeter. Hey, that's my future retirement gig.
Yep.
Oh, my. James. I'm going to have to go back and read this thread.
James is on
Bear
fire
just-
tonight.
Yeah.
Wow, James. Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Jim is hurting for money.
This whole damn one.
Lordy.
All right.
All right. Well, guys, we've made it an hour.
Yep.
Yeah, and
So-
survived it.
Next show, November 7th.
Okay.
And with the time falling back, that means for you guys, it will be 7 o'clock.
Yay!
Time doesn't change for me, so it's still 5 o'clock my time. But we'll also go back to weekly starting then, too.
Cool.
Bring your ideas,
All right.
people. So,
Be
yeah.
prepared. So I have
Yeah,
a trivia,
shoot us some topic ideas, folks.
yeah, let us know. And I have a trivia question. Out of the pony era cars, which pony car was produced the most and how many units were produced?
Oh,
So we'll say like 64 to 73-ish. What was the most produced pony car?
yeah. So the most numbers sold from 64 through 73.
Yep.
So,
What
Yep.
What brand pumped out the most pony cars?
I think I know.
it's a Datsun.
What do you got? What do you got, Louis?
Mustang. Ford.
Yep. How many?
I don't know, but I know there's a lot of bullshit ponies out there.
2.9 million.
I don't like Mustang at all. How much?
2.9 million cars.
Woo!
Do you know what's second place?
Where's Al at? Al.
Camaros.
Where's Al?
Where's
Camaro.
Al? Camaro. with
Camaro.
1.9 million units.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then Firebird is third with 520,000.
And we still worth less. I don't understand this.
Yeah. We should be a rare commodity, you know.
Of course.
Aye.
No, I'm rare in my own mind, so that's fine. So,
Right. All right,
Yeah.
gentlemen. Thank you for another Friday.
yeah.
Hopefully,
All right.
some people out there learned something, got educated.
Or at least a chuckle. So.
I got a chuckle. Thanks to James and Glenn.
Yeah. Mm.
Maybe James and Glenn can come on like Tuesday nights, and we'll do a James and Glenn Tuesday night fights.
Celebrity death match, right?
Yes!
Tuesday night head to head.
Dear Lord. All right, gentlemen. I will see you on November 7th. Have fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
Live
See
long
you guys.
and prosper.
All right. See
Is that how
you.
that
Have a
works?
good one.
All right,
Good night.
later.